Welcome to the Footballers Convention, World Cup edition. We are live. We're also barely alive. Very early here, Eddie.
Yeah, what time is it? It's 5 a.m.
It's
in the morning.
5 a.m., but it feels about 3 or 6 p.m.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know us, Mr. Mass TV over there.
How you doing?
Sevi Sanchez. We're watching England take on Panama. Masky, talk us through what we got here.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's no real kind of major surprises in the England team. Loftus-Cheek coming in for Dele Alli. I mean, Loftus-Cheek proved that he had a bit about him in the last game. I think Dele Alli was injured, but Loftus-Cheek is definitely a player who can take his place. Again, I think England are going to dominate this game. I reckon this could be one of the biggest and highest scoring games in the World Cup so far.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I mean, no disrespect to Panama. They're not the greatest of teams in the world. They have a lot of heart. Their fans are brilliant. I love watching them on the TV to see how passionate they are. But I don't think passion is going to equate into points.
Does England watch what Belgium sort of did to Panama and pick them apart and just try to copy that?
To be honest with you, I don't think England have anything to fear at all. I mean, even if they did watch Belgium play again against them, they're not going to be too worried. I mean, they've one guy here, Perez, is kind of their main threat. He's not the greatest. This guy here, Torres, actually scored the winning goal to get Panama into the World Cup. He's a national hero. They have the oldest squad in the World Cup as well.
Wow.
So they're nearly, I think the average age is like nearly 30 years of age.
That's crazy.
Where if you look at England,
very young.
Very, very young team.
Very quick.
I mean, they've no players that have over 50 caps in the starting 11, if I can see here. They don't. Pickford's young, he's less than 10 caps for England. Maguire has just come onto the scene here. Stones and Walker, again, I'm not fully convinced. I think if England play against a better opposition, these guys might be found out. Looking forward to see Trippier again. I think Trippier did very, very well in the last game. Surprising that Sterling is starting today. I think Sterling
missed a couple in the last one.
Yeah, he wasn't great. It looks as though he's starting instead of Rashford, but the main man and the way that England, I think, are going to score a few goals today is via Kane. Yeah.
Proved to be pretty effective in the first match.
He was brilliant. I mean, you know, he was that kind of fox in the box.
Sure.
You know, he pounced on any opportunity he got, and even the header that he scored in the last minute was fantastic. It looked easy.
It wasn't that
it
easy.
Was
when we saw it in replay, you could see there's a man on the line, and he
Yeah.
had to really pick his spot, and he did.
And there was power behind it as well.
Sure.
So yeah.
Well, this one kicked off. We're a couple minutes in.
Yeah.
Let's see how it looks out there. England playing in their traditional white kit, which is
Oh,
nice.
yes.
So we know who's who this time.
Oh. Oh
Wow.
wow. That was your opportunity.
That's just to your point, a team of better quality.
Yeah, it would have finished. That was his name. Goody, is it?
Goody.
That was bad. Look at this. This is your opportunity.
Wow.
World stage.
Could have had a touch, or maybe even cut inside.
Yeah, you should be finishing there. Got away with it there.
Do you think it helps that, besides being young and quick and energy and all those good things, that this England team maybe doesn't have that sense of failure that England teams past have had?
It's a good question, actually. It looks as though this England team is a bit more united than England teams in the past. I think a lot of pressure has been put on over the years by the media. And in fairness, the way the English media treat the English players, I think, is very, very disrespectful.
Sure.
They gave Sterling a very, very hard time, actually.
For what?
For his tattoo.
Who cares?
I mean, like, right. If
You look at how many players with full sleeve tattoos and all these tattoos have we seen, and they pick one and want to harp on it.
Yeah, I mean, and like this guy has been a great servant to England. Okay, a lot of people don't like him, a lot of people don't rate him, but I mean, he plays for Manchester City. Like the whole Sané thing, he's one of the best players, in my opinion, in the Premier League.
Yeah.
They should respect him. They should listen. Like in Ireland, again, I go back to Ireland the whole time, but every player on the pitch is a national hero. We love them. We're like, these guys are going out of their way to represent my country. Let's treat them with respect. And the English media, unfortunately, don't.
What did you make of the whole leaked lineup thing? Although now we see Sterling over Rashford, so maybe it wasn't entirely true.
Well, the one thing is, if I was the assistant manager and I knew that the press were going to be coming out and watching us for 10, 15 minutes like they always do, what was he doing? Like
a bit careless.
Bit careless. And then I think Gareth Southgate was kind of giving out maybe the fact that they leaked it. But listen, I think they were only kind of doing their jobs. You know, it's independent media, and they were reporting on what they saw.
I disagree. I do think it was careless. I think you always err on the side of safety if you're anything to do with the England team.
Yeah.
But I think there's a line that sort of gets crossed there, right? Like the example that I tweeted out was they're saying, well, you know, how dare you like expose that in front of us, and what are we supposed to do, not report it? But I mean, there's some sensibility there. What I tweeted out is if Southgate buys them dinner, do they snap a photo of his credit card number and say, well, he showed it in front of us? You know, there's.
Well, I think
that wasn't like he wrote it on a board and said, here's our lineup.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it was wide open or it was spoken. It was a piece of paper that he was holding and not trying to, you know.
Well, I mean, I think there's a difference between fraud and journalism. You know, like
fine line, a very fine line.
No, but I mean, I get your point. I completely get it, and I think it's valid to a certain point. But at the end of the day, like, you don't go around like this, your notepad like that. The England team is written here, and you know that people are going to be taking photographs.
I mean, it's tough. These guys are on a tight schedule. He probably came straight from a session, straight from a training. You know what he's holding, what he's holding.
This is the World Cup, Sevi. This is the World Cup.
There it is.
There it is. Great goal.
Bang.
Jack Kraft, how you doing, buddy? I hope you're good. Nella this morning, ready to see England beat Panama. Yeah, I reckon they will, pal. And Crink, how you doing, buddy? And he just subscribed. Well, thank you very much, pal. 9 months in a row. Legend.
After all that tussling.
Look at
just
that.
Buries it.
Look at that. Where's the space? Look at the space. Dude, come on.
That's a perfectly drawn up set piece because they knew exactly how to get. Was Maguire alone?
Was that Stones?
No.
Who scored? Or was it Henderson? It looks like Stones. But in fairness, we saw that in the last game as well, didn't we?
Yeah.
Where Stones got up for the corner. He nearly scored. That led to Kane's goal. He hit the header in. The keeper made a fantastic save. And then Kane followed up. But that was Stones. Great header. First international goal.
Really?
First international goal for Stones.
I find that surprising.
Well, he is a defender. I mean,
that's why you get up on corner kicks.
Exactly.
Powerful too. No doubt about that one.
It was clinical. How mad would it be if England go all the way? Listen, I mean,
stranger things have happened.
Stranger things have happened. You know, they've started off very well in this game today. You know, I don't think they were great against Tunisia, if I'm honest with you. I think the English media kind of did like their performance. I think they got applauded maybe and praised in a way that they shouldn't. But listen, anything can happen. If Greece, as Sebi said yesterday, if Greece can win the world or win the Euros, England can win the World Cup, potentially. But we saw earlier on that Panama are going to get, I'd say, maybe 3 or 4 chances in this match.
Sure.
They failed in one effort so far. They're not going to get too many.
Maybe they might need to score just how England scored on a set piece like that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's definitely one way that they will, or they would have been practicing, is those set pieces. Corner kicks, little free kick routines. Maybe they saw Germany yesterday, and they can use the sniffer technique.
The old sniffer.
The sniffer.
It's got to steady England down a little bit, though.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, no. Anything is possible, as we've seen in the World Cup so far. Argentina is on the way home, and Brazil and Germany almost headed the same way. Yeah, Germany were were lucky yesterday. Argentina, I think Argentina are still in with a chance, but I don't know. I don't fancy them to beat Nigeria. I think the whole kind of team is in disarray. Messi's not interested. Batman and Robin, 74. How you doing, buddy?
I like that name.
It's good, isn't it? Covert.
Yeah. His identity is safe. It's safe.
Yeah, exactly. $11 minutes gone, nearly 12 minutes gone. England in control here. I wouldn't actually mind seeing Rashford come on, just to give him a few minutes on the pitch.
Sure, I think you definitely need to, especially if by the end of the game you're up a goal or two. And
Your prediction for this? What kind of scoreline are you thinking?
I'm thinking something similar to what Belgium laid down, like a 3-0.
Yeah.
I think that feels about right. Or
Solid,
maybe a 3-1, because you can see they are sneaking a few balls in. So I could see England getting a lead and then maybe squandering one at the end, something like that.
Yeah. In fairness to Walker there, I thought he did very well there to intercept that.
Sure, that was a great tackle.
It was.
But it had to be. He did. If he screws that up.
Well, I've seen them where like the player has gone for the ball and then it's gone into the back of the net with an OG.
You ever been on the receiving end of one of those?
I've scored many of an OG in my day.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Just like, was he Irish? Richard Dunn, was he Irish?
Yes, yeah.
He was infamous for.
Yeah, I think he holds the record actually for the most OGs in the Premier League. I think he's like 6 or 7.
Only because Carragher didn't play another year or two. I think he didn't catch him.
Oh.
Great run.
Yeah. That's actually a fun fact. Yeah, the amount of OGs scored. Richard Dunn, though, was a brilliant defender in his day. He played for Manchester City. And then I think Manchester City
got money, and
then exactly, and then sold them on.
I always remember that too, because they were so hot and cold before they got money. Those last couple seasons when they had Richard Dunn,
Stephen Ireland was their player of the season.
Kiki Musampa,
I remember him.
Some strange players, and Petrov. Did he go there from Aston Villa? Stilian Petrov.
That's a good question. I don't know actually. That the Bulgarian guy, is it?
Yeah.
I don't know if he did.
All right, we're getting fact checked by Terry.
All
Richard
right.
Dunn, 10 own goals first. 10. Jamie Carragher, 7.
7.
Second.
Right. Did you rate Jamie Carragher as a defender?
You know, I did when he put on the red shirt.
Yeah.
And I think if some other club would have came for him, it would never would have happened. But hypothetically, if he would have gone to another club, he would have been average defender. For England, basically an average defender.
Yeah.
But there was something about him in the city and what it meant to him that he kind of elevated his game for Liverpool a bit. And
absolutely.
And he was very solid for us.
Yeah. I think like the thing with a lot of players from Liverpool and Manchester, it kind of seems as though club is number 1 and then country is number 2.
No question with Carragher. I mean, he said losing for Liverpool hurts more than losing for England.
Yeah.
I think that was when it was time to call it on his England career. But
I can't. Oh,
wow.
Great shot. That was a good shot. Unlucky. Barcenas, the world renowned. Yeah, like a lot of people say like that, you know, club is over country. I don't get that. I just don't get it.
Yeah, I don't.
Because to me, like, you know, your nation should be number 1.
Should be.
And then anything after that is, you know, a hobby.
A hobby?
Yeah. Krink says 2-1. Jack Kraft is going crazy and he's saying 4-1 to England.
4?
Yeah. I can see that kind of scoreline happening. I can see a lot of goals here. End-to-end stuff. Riveting.
I think 1-0 is just fine. Just make sure you get through to the next round. Don't need to get anything against Belgium, right?
Yeah, what's the, what are the permutations?
All right, so Belgium's on 6 points.
Yeah,
England win, they join them on 6, and that's the end of it.
okay.
If they tie, they go to 4, and Panama's on 1,
Okay,
and Panama plays Tunisia the last game, so they
Okay.
could, if they won that, then they could go to goal difference if England lose to Belgium. So
okay.
they're probably safe, but
So in terms of the teams that they can actually play against, who are we talking about? We're talking about possibly Senegal, possibly Colombia, or
Japan.
possibly, Japan as well.
who knows?
That group is wide open, isn't it?
I'm excited to watch Japan
Oh, yeah.
Senegal.
Yeah, we're doing the Senegal-Japan match after this one.
We even could get some friends to join us for that one.
know,
We're not
yeah.
riding solo
I
like
know,
we
yeah.
are now.
Or we don't have any internet access, by the way, lads. Or I don't.
I didn't let him have it, not this
Yeah.
early. He gets one game a
Came
day
in-
for
now
internet.
listen, I
You
came
couldn't
in-
afford it.
I came in at 4 a.m. and I come in to no internet. I mean, what kind of shitty company are we dealing with here?
I got here
mean,
at 3
come
a.m.
on now.
to unplug everything.
Yeah.
I'm always one step ahead of you.
They're like, he's not going to have any fun facts. There's no quizzes. I tell you what, let's do a quiz. Let's do a quiz question, a World Cup quiz question. Sevi is going to take over.
All right, now I
The
got
mantle.
I got to find something.
You've got big boots to fill here, pal.
Give me a couple. I'll have it by 25th minute. For
Okay,
it.
cool. Terry Rue, how you doing, buddy? Terry Rue's from Scotland. He says it's going to be to 4-1 to England.
Whoa, is he in the same room as who was it? Jack Kraft?
Yeah. And Skib, my man, how you doing, buddy? Who's the fella on the left? Where's Mr. Mask? I miss my tiger animation.
He wants the tiger. Terry, you got a tiger image we can get up there?
Get the tiger.
Makes everyone feel a little more comfortable. Steadies the nerves a little bit.
It does, exactly.
See
Yeah.
the old tiger.
I'll tell you one thing. Qatar Airways are paying a lot of money in this World Cup for those sponsorships.
I've almost got this quiz question for you. I
do?
got it on the top of my head.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
mixing a little bit of things I
Right.
know, but I gotta get the exact.
Right, what we got?
Hold on.
Don't make it too easy now. You know I'm mindful of World Cup knowledge.
I'm trying to educate you. That's
Put it over his head, please, Skip. I'll tell you one thing.
Give me a couple minutes.
I'm doing good, man. How are you? Yeah, really good, mate. Yeah, really good. Is that a penalty? Oh, it's a penalty for England.
no.
Lingard was tripped.
It's not even asking for it.
Are we going to VAR or are we going straight to the penalty?
Well, I think they'll definitely VAR it, right? Ooh.
What are we thinking here, Sevi? Is this a penalty?
No, it's not. It's not.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, it
we
was
see
an
another angle?
awkward height. He's just kind of.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, that's
It's a little bit of
50-50.
contact.
Yeah.
I don't think I wouldn't have called it.
It seems a little bit harsh. Right, 2-0 England. 20 minutes gone. Good luck to you. Oh, he was offside. He was 100% offside as well. Wow.
They got to call this back.
But it was the other guy who was offside. It wasn't.
But was he active?
He was active, in fairness to him. He was.
Very active.
Yeah, he was very active there.
Wow.
High Sense. What are High Sense? Are they some kind of trainer brand or something like that?
Maybe. Out of my price range, I know that.
Harry Kane, is it? Yeah. He's going to bang it in. Straight down the middle. Keeper's going to dive to the
No.
right. And he's going to look like a fool.
So he likes to go to the left.
He does. He has missed one, though. So he scored 2 already. Gets this one, he gets 3. And then I think the top goal scorers are Ronaldo
4.
and Lukaku on 4.
Yeah. to be fair to the bookies, those were all among the top names, to be honest.
They were, yeah. In fairness, Lukaku was 16-1 to be top goal scorer.
Oh, really?
Before, yeah. That would have been a great bet. All right.
You reckon he changes it, goes to the right side?
Straight down the middle.
Woo!
Wow, what a penalty. What a penalty.
Buried it.
Wow. That is one of the best penalties you'll ever see. Because you don't want to hit it like...
What?
Oh, was it? Then take it again.
Wow. No doubt about that.
Oh, just look at that.
No one's stopping that. Lev Yashin himself isn't stopping that.
Is that guy used to wear the cap?
I don't remember. It was before my day.
Yeah. Well,
I'm too young for this sort of stuff. You tell me about it.
it.
Tell me what he used to
Back in the
wear.
good old days, yeah. Sweden should have had a penalty yesterday. Oh yeah, Craig. Yeah, Craig is from Sweden actually.
Absolutely. I think we were saying at the time, right?
Yeah, that should have been a penalty. Jack Kraft disagrees. He said, no, I don't think it should be a penalty.
The Sweden or this? Or in England?
This one here, I think.
I agree. I agree with Jack Kraft. I think it was a little soft, possibly outside. All right, quiz question ready for
Oh
you.
yeah, here we go. Come on now. Don't make it too easy. Here we go.
What?
I love the way you were asking the question.
I don't trust you.
And he was like,
I have to angle it away.
You had to move the screen away.
I gotta
so
put the blinder on. Okay.
Wow, that's what I like. Okay, all right.
All right. Which single World Cup match
Yeah.
has the FIFA record for red and yellow cards?
I mean, that's a very good question. It's one that I don't know the answer to. Off the top of my head, I would say it's okay. There's two things that kind of pop into my head: is the game between the Netherlands and Spain. Was that in the World Cup final when Spain won?
In 2010?
Yeah,
That was.
that's
De Jong with the boot and
yes,
Xabi Alonso.
yeah. Remember that? Yeah.
Just what, do you get a yellow for that? Like, what?
Yeah, that should have been sent off for that. Yeah,
I think he even said, like,
it was like a karate kick.
I should have been sent. He's like, I can't believe they didn't send me off for
Yeah,
that.
so that one kind of pops into my head.
Okay.
But then I'm thinking, South American countries do play some dirty football.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay. So are we going in the right
5
direction?
a.m. You got the real truth came out.
Yeah. Okay. So I would say it's got to be like Brazil versus Argentina game.
Neither of those is correct.
Okay.
You were closer with the first one.
Okay. So Italy versus France.
Now you're just throwing darts at the wall.
Well, I mean, listen, I don't know the answer.
All right. Okay.
So
It's a game. I'll tell you. How about I tell you which tournament it's in?
okay. Yeah. All right.
It was in the 2006 World Cup, and the match was effectively known as the Battle of Nuremberg.
So I was 11 then. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Back in the good old days.
11 beers deep. Yeah.
It was called what?
The Battle of Nuremberg, because that's where it was played.
2006. Does anyone in chat know? Can anyone in chat help me out here?
I'll tell you, I did know this match because I remember watching it and I couldn't believe it. But I was watching. I had to look up the exact numbers and make sure that it was the highest. But I remember watching it, and it was one of the most surreal things I've ever seen in my life.
Give me a clue. Give me more of a better clue. Trumpy, how you doing, buddy? Jack Kraft says Netherlands is one side. So
See, even he's giving you clues now.
Yeah.
He knows the deal.
Well, I said Netherlands, but I got the year wrong. I was only 4 years out when I said Netherlands. So Netherlands versus, I don't even know, 2006.
There were 4 red cards and 16 yellow cards.
Wow. 4 red cards and 16. Was it like, oh, Belgium? No?
I don't even think they qualified
Did I
for that
not?
World Cup.
Okay. Croatia, Czech Republic,
Now you're just thinking of some Balkan madness.
Azerbaijan,
No,
the former
San Marino.
Yugoslav,
It was San Marino.
former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia.
It was Portugal and Netherlands.
Okay.
And there's that famous shot, Terry, see if you can find it, where it was like, I remember at the time it was Deco and Gio van Bronckhorst, who were
Oh,
both
yeah.
at Barcelona at the time,
Yeah.
playing for opposing countries.
Okay.
Both were sent off, and they're sitting next to each other, like in the stands, and they're just like, you know what I mean? They're like, they were just like commiserating about how terrible the referee was. You know, it was one of those funny moments where it didn't matter that they're on different teams, but they were just like,
What's
what's going
going on?
Like, what?
Where was the referee from, actually?
Russia.
That explains it.
Oh. I was actually kind of shocked at the time. The American commentator is like, "Oh, you hate to see a Russian referee given this," and I was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! I don't think you can say that." I'll find it. I'll find the image. It was great.
Where were the red cards kind of on the pitch? Were they in the end zone, as you call it now?
It was all over the place. It was all over the place. Oh, I found it. I'll find it before you will, Terry. But it was, I loved it. It was great. You know, they say the World Cup really brings people together, so bad refereeing the same. I mean,
Yeah, in fairness though, like this World Cup, okay, yeah. This World Cup, I have to say, I think the referees have been very, very good compared to other World Cups.
and the VAR has helped more than
Yeah, I think it has. I mean, overall, I think it definitely has helped. I wasn't convinced by it. I'm still not 100% convinced by it, but I think it is helping in a lot of decisions. Although, I reckon that that penalty decision could have gone to VAR.
I think every time they have gone to VAR, I think they've gotten it right. There's a few times where they haven't used it where I think they needed to.
Yeah.
That's my only complaint.
Yeah.
But I don't think VAR has changed or confirmed a bad decision. I think when they have used it.
Right, Paul.
Pull back. Oh, selfish.
What's he doing? Do you want to have a look at a few few stats?
Oh, I always do.
Mr. Statman.
Let's go to what do you want to see? Start with average positions. It's always a pretty one.
Yeah. Look at this. Number 18 for England. Is that Trippier, I would assume?
Ashley Young.
Ashley Young, obviously, yeah, because he's on the other side, yeah. Top analysis here.
Top of the morning.
Top of the morning, yeah, exactly, yeah. So, I mean, I suppose Trippier is playing a lot on the right-hand side. He's hugging the kind of touchline. Loftus-Cheek is playing a little bit more advanced than you would expect, maybe. You'd expect him to kind of be more central, kind of in here. Lingard is playing ahead of Kane, though.
That's pretty wild.
That's pretty interesting. You'd expect Kane to be all the way up here.
Ooh, almost slid in there.
What's going on with Ashley Young, though? What's going on there?
Maybe just having a little rest.
I
Huh?
think, yeah, he might be getting on in years. I think he is actually the oldest player on the team.
Is he? That sounds about right.
Yeah, I think he is actually, yeah. I'm surprised he was
Picked?
yeah, I am. And, yeah,
Panama?
let's have a look at Panama.
With all your extensive scouting of the Panamanian team, what surprises you here?
What's going on here? I mean, I think...
Perez maybe playing at the center circle?
Listen, I'm very impressed by Pinedo. I mean, he's playing. He saw Neuer yesterday in that sweeper keeper role, and he was like, I want to kind of replicate what he did yesterday. So he's kind of playing a lot further up the pitch than you would expect Pinedo. That's something of interest. I mean, they're playing deep. I mean, this is how we kind of thought that they would play before the match if they kept the scoreline to 0-0. But now they have to go for it. It might open them up a little bit more.
Sure.
But if it does open them a little bit more, I reckon England are going to come in and pounce. 158 so far. That's a lot of passes so far.
Only 12 unsuccessful.
Yeah. So the accuracy from England so far has been pretty good. They're kind of playing in a style, I think, the way kind of Spain would play, very, very much kind of like ticky-tacky football, getting the ball up the wings a little bit more as well.
Some good action here. You can say Trippier is really getting forward.
Yeah, I think Trippier had a very good game. After I re-watched it back against Tunisia,
Created some chances.
he
for
created
sure.
a lot of chances. So he's the surprise package for me, I think, Trippier. I don't think there was too much expected of him going into the World Cup. He's one of the least experienced players on the team, and he's done very well so far.
Panama, you can see a lot of horizontal passing, which gels with what we saw with their average position of a lot of bodies around this area, not so much attacking-wise. I think if we look at probably the action areas, it'll just tell us exactly.
Yeah, so only 11% in the Panamanian. Is that right?
Panamanian.
Yeah, Panamaniacs.
I mean, England have been playing quick through balls. It's not like they've been quite camped out in this third. You can see a lot of bodies, Panamanian, pretty much their whole 10 players in this area, kind of forcing them to get into this spot quickly.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I would have expected the possession count to be a little bit
More skewed.
More for England, yeah. I mean, it was 89% for Germany yesterday after 20 minutes. It's only 56% for England. I mean, but they are in control. I mean, even looking at the pitch, without having these statistics in front of you, you know that England are kind of like, they know what they're doing. They're in control. And
That's what that stat tells you,
yeah,
right?
exactly right, yeah.
We'll look at some more at halftime.
Yeah. Any more quiz questions?
It took me an hour to...
So I got 1 out of 1 so far. Okay, that's good. It's a good start.
Jaddy Booty says, "Hello, boys." Hello, Jaddy Booty.
Hello, how are you doing?
I almost read that as Jedi Booty, and that was a little alarming. That was really messed with my childhood there, you know. Tell us the story behind that name. That's if it's not too X-rated.
At least VAR proved that Neymar is a diver. Yeah, like.
That was soft. It was very soft.
But to be honest with you, like when I first saw that foul or supposed foul, I actually thought it was a penalty. But then the referee, in fairness, he reversed his decision, and fair play to him for doing it.
That was a hell of a penalty. That's a proper
Unbelievable.
penalty right there.
That's how you kick a penalty.
That's a no-doubter.
Yeah. I suppose when you hit a penalty like that, you know, you don't want to put it down too close to where the keeper can dive for it.
Sure.
And that was just right in the left top-hand corner.
It was very pretty.
It was nice. And the power as well.
Are we still on for the jersey, or is that still?
Oh yes, yeah. Let's do the jersey giveaway. Yeah. So
We didn't have anyone yesterday.
we
did
did. Yeah, we did.
We had one?
Max, he predicted Cruz is going to score. So he is one entrant into the giveaway. So what we're doing is we're giving away a World Cup jersey of your choice. All you need to do is name the next goal scorer.
Oh!
What a goal!
Apologies if you were typing Lingard.
Yeah.
Too late. Too late.
What a goal!
Wow.
That is fantastic.
That was class. When I said 3-0, I meant to halftime.
So
halftime
of course,
score.
yeah. No, I remember. So yeah, the next goal scorer after this one. So all you need to do, name the goal scorer, and if the goal scorer scores, or if the player scores, we'll put you into a draw next Thursday to win a World Cup jersey of your choice.
After the match is on Thursday, we got to give them as many chances.
Exactly. Yeah, after Thursday. Yeah. Krink says Lingard.
Lingard for the 4th, I think he means, right?
I think so. Yeah. Look at the band. Yeah.
That was quality.
It's one of the best goals in the tournament so far. But like you could see him kind of looking for the shot.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, he's not going to go for it.
Oh, yes, he is. I'll tell you what, I'm really looking forward to that England-Belgium match. I think that is next Thursday, actually.
It is next Thursday.
Yeah, I think it's next Thursday.
Okay.
The later game, thank God.
Yeah. But it's dedication we're showing here. We're dedicating ourselves to 2 games today. Not only 1, but 2 games.
We're doing what the English media won't, and we're putting the team first.
Exactly.
We put the team first. I don't leak anything. Yeah, but I mean, against Belgium, that's when we'll know. That's when we'll know if I think we'll be able to tell then if England can legitimately win the World Cup.
Do you reckon we can kind of see then if they are the real deal?
Yeah, yeah.
But
No, I'm not saying they have to win. I'm not saying that, and I'm not saying if they do that they are going to. I'm just saying you can say yeah they're a real team or no they're not there yet.
Yeah, the thing is, right, the last matches in the group stages normally are kind of non-events unless the team know who they're going to be playing against in the next round. Like, I'm not saying
Or care.
Or care,
I
but
mean,
yeah, I mean, I think
there's no one England's trying to avoid out of that group, really. I mean, you know, they just kind of.
Who would you prefer to play then? Senegal, Poland, or Colombia? After seeing the 3 teams play so far.
I'll tell you, the only team I probably wouldn't want to play is Senegal, just because I think they're so mercurial, right? Like they can kind of surprise you with something, and they play together as a team. You can tell they're pretty united. They've got some good players. Poland kind of seem predictable. They kind of go through Lewandowski.
Yeah.
Colombia, they've got some players that are good. James isn't really getting the minutes that he probably should.
Yeah.
Falcao is not quite the same.
No.
Nothing there. I feel like you know what Poland's about, and by this point you know what Colombia is about, right? I feel like Senegal is total unknown quantity.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Senegal, they have Sadio Mane, obviously one of the best players in the world. Great season for Liverpool. They also have a very, very tight defence. Koulibaly, I think, is the name of the guy who plays for Napoli, I think. He's a fantastic centre defender. They're going to be a tough side to play against. I think Poland are the team that Belgium or England want to play against. We saw Poland the other day. They remind me, and no disrespect to
Disrespect
Crink,
them.
to Sweden, a very, very pedestrian. Oh, what a save! Oh, it's 4!
Wow.
It's coming home.
Stones.
It's coming home. The World Cup is coming home. 4-0.
It wasn't Lingard with the 4th. Stones. John Stones was the answer you're looking for.
2 goals from the centre back. Wow.
And I'll tell you what, whoever missed that first chance, they were both free.
Yeah.
No one from Panama was even jogging back. That was poor.
That was really poor. Was he offside or
Onside?
the guy on the left? I think it might have been.
It might have been the very first.
Oh,
one.
I think Stones was offside actually because he actually came into the play then, and he scored. Yeah, he was offside. Was that? Oh, Sterling, dude, come on, you should be finishing that, Paul.
At least he hit the target.
Yeah. Baby steps.
Yeah, one thing at a time. First on target, then we'll work on getting past the keeper. Uh-oh, are they reviewing it? Are they doing a little?
Oh, we're doing the old. It's offside. Disallowed. Good luck to you.
Wait. Okay.
Also, Mask, isn't England meeting the team from Group E, i.e. Brazil?
No.
No, I think...
That's Mexico and Germany.
Yeah, potentially, Jack, they could play Brazil in the quarterfinals, though.
But honestly, you can't look. All you can look at is your group and maybe one beyond. After that, it's just.
I mean,
I think it's too much. It's too much work. It's to like look beyond about what could potentially happen there.
Yeah.
I think you just only focus on what's in front of you and maybe one in advance.
Another thing I will say about England is that they are on the good side of the draw. All the kind of stronger teams, France, Spain, Brazil, no, France, Spain, and another team I think is on the other side of the draw. So their passage to the quarterfinal, the semi-final is a lot easier
Yeah.
than on the other side.
And it's pretty much all you can do.
Yeah. I have to read this out, sorry. I have to go over to the screen. Look what I have to do. Look at what I have to do over here.
I love it.
It's unbelievable.
I'm watching Netflix over here too. I'm streaming a few things on my own.
Indie Head, how you doing? He's from Toronto.
Wait. Sorry. Toronto, huh?
Toronto.
So at least it's a reasonable Sunday morning for him over there.
Yeah. Ooh. Good luck.
This could get ugly.
Yeah. But the only thing is that these kind of type of results give the media a lot of ammunition to kind of say like that they're going to do very, very well.
They're putting more pressure on themselves.
Yeah, so they'll be like, oh, England could win the World Cup now. These players might be reading these stories and then kind of be going, oh, okay, the pressure is on. Oh.
No, you're not going to get a penalty.
What?
No. What?
Harry Kane.
Penalty?
Come on. That's not a penalty, ref. Well, maybe it is now. They think it's all over.
It is now.
It is now.
Ooh. Yeah, that might be a penalty.
Yeah.
Smacking him on the head a little
Yeah,
too.
I think.
It's just stupid defending. It's not necessary. There are so many ways to stop the attacking player from touching the ball or getting the ball redirected on target without holding on to him. That's amateur. I don't.
But to be honest with you, I think a lot of the Premier League is kind of like that. Like whenever there's like a corner or a free kick, they do tussle a lot. But because now we have the VAR, I think it's less likely that players will do that. I don't want to see Panama being humiliated here either, because it's not nice to see a team like this.
No.
Their first World Cup.
They're coming with a lot of passion. You see them singing the anthem. It means a lot to them. You don't want to see them just get embarrassed.
Yeah, you don't.
3 losses will probably be fine. And if anyone says Kane next score, disregarded. That's too late. You got to call before the penalty kick.
Crink, yeah, sorry, pal. There's always one.
Now, if you call before there's a penalty, if he says after this goal, then fair enough. But that's probably the safest bet to win the jersey. Is just look up every team's penalty
taker. Yeah, that's actually a good shout.
It also helps when it's their center forward too, right? It's not like saying James Milner or whoever takes penalties. That's from the fullback position.
Exactly. Yeah.
Defensive position.
Here we go. Where's he going? Where is he going?
He'll change it.
Oh!
Same.
Well, the guy is too good at taking penalties, man.
If it works, it works, right?
If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Stay on the pitch. Don't come off. There you go.
5-0.
Same penalty.
Fantastic. Beautiful. Nice, Gary. How you doing, buddy? Thank you very much for the sub as well, Paul. Appreciate that.
Gary, legend.
He's from Australia. Nice, Gary. Good day, mate.
We love the Aussies. Love them.
Crink is going for Kane after this penalty. Okay. Oh, he hit him. He actually hit him in the head.
This is stupid.
4th goal. He's now the joint top goal scorer.
I'll tell you what, he could be solo by
Full time, yeah.
yeah.
Kane hat-trick. Hat-trick of penalties.
That would be Harry Kane style.
Yeah.
To answer his critics, but not answer his critics in a way.
Yeah, but because there were kind of penalties, they're not really count as much.
I mean, that second one he earned,
He did.
and as we've seen, scoring a penalty is, you can't take that for granted. Messi missed, Cueva missed. That probably
right.
cost his country his chance to stay alive. Sigurdsson
Did
missed.
you see that Sigurdsson penalty? That was pathetic.
That was poor.
Oh, we got.
And Kane put. I mean, those are two of the best penalties I've seen in a while, right? I mean, just those are keeper guesses the right way, still going in penalties.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm not saying he's a bad player. You'd like to see him score more from open play, but those are quality. It's not luck that he's among the top scorers by any means.
But a handbags here. Oh. Maguire really should just walk away here.
You have nothing. What are you going to gain? You've got the penalty kick and you're winning 5-0. All you can do is get yourself into trouble.
Yeah. Now the one thing I fear here for Panama is that they're going to get a few players sent off, and it's going to
get a little ugly.
And it's going to be like 7-8 nil.
Battle of Nuremberg.
Yeah, exactly. Part 2.
Your match predictions much improved.
Yes.
You said this was going to be one of those lopsided matches.
Listen, it's about bloody time that I'm actually getting some kind of prediction right, in fairness.
The Russia opener is still, that's the biggest margin of victory, right?
It is, yeah, 5, yeah.
Half time. Well done, England.
Yeah,
Or
GG.
as we call them, the Ireland B team, right? If they couldn't find a grandparent who's from the Republic, then I guess they'll turn up for England, right?
Wow.
5.
Jody Byrne, how you doing, buddy? Not going too bad, man, yourself. I mean, just shattered that you have a rough World Cup. Yeah, I mean, listen, you've one more game to play, nice carry, pal. You never know.
What's he upset about?
The result against, was it Denmark? Did I draw 1-1 with Denmark? No.
Harry Kane, unbelievable.
If you were Real Madrid and you have unlimited amount of money, how much would you spend on Harry Kane?
I don't know if he's the one I would pick. I don't know. I don't think I'd get Lewandowski either, though. I would rather have Kane than Lewandowski.
In fairness, I think Lewandowski wants to leave Bayern Munich.
Yeah. He's probably more gettable.
Yeah, I think he is, yeah. But I actually did a football manager experiment with Harry Kane going to Real Madrid. And
how'd it go?
It went very, very well for him. Like, he was the leading goal scorer in La Liga for consecutive seasons. He won a few La Liga titles. I think he actually won a Champions League as well with Real Madrid.
Everyone does these days. Apparently.
Well, yeah. But he did very well. And I was kind of thinking, is he going to fit in that team? There's a lot of egos there. Is he the kind of right style of player? He seems more like a traditional kind of English kind of centre forward. But it worked out well for him in a computer game. I was delighted for him. Yeah, I really was.
All right, what do we got here? Let's go back. See, have the average positions changed too much? We don't want to see Russia. We've seen this one. We know how this one goes.
That was a great game for Russia, in fairness. Okay, so again, has much changed there, really? I think
Harry Kane's playing a little bit deeper than Sterling now.
No, I think, in fairness, in the first half, or in the first 20 minutes, I should say, Lingard was kind of playing up here a little bit more. Yeah, so Harry Kane has now gone up a little bit more forward, as you would expect, in fairness to him. Can we actually have a look at the English? Okay, so Loftus-Cheek is one here that is interesting. He's even gone even further wide. So he's kind of like helping out Trippier on the right-hand side. It's kind of leaving a little bit of a gap here. Henderson is kind of playing where you would expect. But look at this, Maguire, or Stones actually, is coming up
Pretty high.
pretty high. You
That,
know?
that might also be a result of how much time he spent coming forward for corner kicks as well.
Exactly.
He spent a lot of time here. He's also spent a lot of time, you know,
Up
right
here.
around here.
Yeah, that could be it actually, yeah. But, you know, England can do what they want. I mean, it doesn't really matter where they're kind of positioned there on the pitch because it's just that Panama are just so poor.
At 5-0, you can basically work on all your training ground stuff. You can get some players minutes. You can, you know, Southgate can try a little new formation or something to see if it works a little differently.
They could, yeah. So, I mean, for England, they're kind of going in the middle. I think that's where their kind of strengths are. But in fairness, though, on the right-hand side,
Trippier and Loftus-Cheek.
So Loftus-Cheek and Trippier are kind of their main kind of focus on the right-hand side.
Sure, we saw how deep Ashley Young was on the left.
Exactly.
I mean, he's not their go-to option to get forward on the left. That's not how they want to attack per se.
Exactly.
More so, he holds back, and there's more space for. We saw Lingard. We've seen Sterling make that run into that space. So maybe even a little strategy there. Maybe Southgate might even know. He might even know something.
Panama, 54% on the left-hand side.
So England's right. England's right-hand side.
Exactly. I mean, what can I say? I mean, is there any attacking zones? I mean, you know.
Yeah, they have the lion's share of what their 4 attacks down there. It's not
you know,
nothing too impressive there.
Let's have a look at the shot plot. Yeah, what's going on here? Wow. So 7 attempts.
And that save was the follow-up of the goal.
That led to a goal.
Yeah, the Sterling header.
That's right, yeah, and then Stones hit it, yeah.
So basically,
Clinical.
they've had to go 5-6 times, you know, and only once was it blocked. Other than that, everything has been on target. I mean, that's good things happen when you keep the ball on target, right?
Yeah, I mean, we could definitely do a video after this about England because this is just incredible.
That's efficient.
Yeah. Panama.
The opposite.
You
No
know.
shots from even inside the box. This one basically from their own half almost. I mean, that's...
But that's what they're going to need to do, though. In the second half, what they need to do is just have a go. You know, it might go in, but take a shot. Take a chance.
Keep it on target, though.
Well, yeah. Heat map.
Should we start with Mr. Kane?
Yeah. What's your take on this?
That's what you want to see.
Yeah.
Right there. You want to see
proper centre forward.
Yellow right there around the penalty spot where he's been taking his penalties from.
Well,
but that helps.
Is that the
header close to goal? I mean, this area, that's where Harry Kane scores from.
Yeah.
It's not there. You know, he from time to time. It's not there. It's not right here.
That's where you want your kind of your striker, your centre forward to be.
Absolutely. Should we look at Trippier on the right?
Look at this. Yeah. This is kind of like a proper kind of a wing back getting up and down the flanks. You can see here even towards the corner flag.
Yeah.
He's getting involved. But this is exactly the type of heat map you want to see for a creative, a pacey wing back who gets up and down and does what a wing back should do.
If Southgate was predicting or drawing his ideal heat maps before the match, this is what it would look like for Trippier, right?
I mean, it's just everything is going right for England. Absolutely everything. I think even with Ashley Young.
That's it. That's his job, though.
Yeah, it is.
That's the plan, is to get Trippier forward, and they have to be a little balanced, so Young stays home on the left.
That makes sense, exactly, yeah. So when they are going forward, Ashley Young kind of takes a bit of a back seat and kind of keeps that line as well going with the defenders.
And Loftus-Cheek, we were saying, also spending some time here, helping out Trippier.
Yeah, he's kind of moving over onto the right-hand side. They're focusing their attention on the right-hand side, as we know. Again, you know, he was starting in the centre of midfield, but he's getting a bit more of a free role. I think the same kind of role that Dele Alli had as well, where he played in not just one position, he kind of got around the pitch a little bit more.
Lingard, a lot of activity.
Yeah, he's getting around again. I mean, he's doing everything right. He's doing everything right at the moment. But that goal by Lingard, incredible.
Excellent. Sterling, maybe like to see him pushing on a little bit more forward.
But like that's the thing. Like I mean, like we can kind of look at this and go, oh, maybe he should be going up there a little bit more. But I mean, England are 5-0 up. You know,
It's working.
It's whatever they're doing, like wherever they are here.
That's fine.
Listen, you know, keep on going.
And looking at Sterling, a few shorter passes along what we were seeing. So maybe if we're looking for something, he's created a couple chances.
He has created.
Should have scored one header.
He should have scored.
Goal did come from it, so fine. But maybe you'd like to see just.
But like, yeah, Sterling is not the standout player today.
No.
But Lingard, you know, he's getting involved. Can we go for the front passes or the forward passes?
Sure.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's not great in terms of like creativity. Too successful going forward. But listen, it's only half time. It's 45 minutes to go.
Great shot, great goal.
Exactly. What more?
That's
do you want?
even better than a pass. Just
Yeah.
put it in the net, and we'll talk about the options later. Right?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Where he could have passed, but he took a shot and he scored. Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah. He's hitting a lot of balls back though. But maybe he's kind of like
He's playing the ball back, but when he gets it, he's carrying it forward. He's keep getting into the space,
exactly
advancing it a little bit, getting them just a little further up the pitch.
Yeah.
Looking at forward passes only. Not a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
But for him, his game isn't playing the ball. It's movement more than
Exactly.
standing still and
Yeah.
picking out someone.
his job is just to be a nuisance down that right hand
Is
side.
he annoying you? It's a bit of a nuisance
Yeah,
for you?
yeah.
Should we look at the Panama team collective passes?
I suppose you can kind of see here, like in the final third again, when they had the opportunities to pass the ball into space, to set up a goal, set up a chance, no, they failed. They failed miserably.
For a team that's effectively camped out in the middle section of the field, you can see a lot of red here. England is winning the midfield battle.
Oh, 100%. But I mean, again, this is what we expected. I mean, we're talking about Panama here. 217 passes. You can see a lot of when Pickford gets the ball, he's not actually just booting it up the pitch. They're playing from the back. They're giving it out to Trippier. They're giving it out to Ashley Young on the other side. And then they're kind of trying to kind of get the midfielders more into the game. And then as you can see, in the middle of the pitch, that's where they're creating.
You know, I've always been of the mindset that playing three in the back makes it easier to play the ball out of the back, which seems kind of counterintuitive because most people think, well, if you have four, you've got more players back there that you can, you know, but it's harder because it's almost like it's clogged up because you're here, I'm here, there's not a lot of space, but three, you have one player here, and one player here, so they can move a little bit to run into the ball so they don't have to get it standing still because the one thing you don't want there is just someone to play the ball straight to your feet where you're at a standstill and you turn and then there's nowhere to go.
Of course.
You want to get it with a little movement behind it.
Yeah, I suppose like we were kind of saying like that. Maguire, you know, doesn't have the experience at this level. Stones, again, he didn't have a great season for Manchester City. Walker, you know, he's not a centre back. But the only thing is that they haven't been tested yet.
Sure.
These, like against Tunisia, Tunisia had a few chances in fairness, but I want to see England play against a better team and to see if they can be exposed.
Is Belgium a better team? Would that make you happy?
Yeah, I mean Belgium, like, you know, one of the best teams in the competition. I'd like to see them give England a good game. Look at this, 86% of shots on target, 6 out of 7.
Just one that was
That's
blocked.
unbelievable.
That's
yeah.
Successful pass percentage, 92.
That's incredible. That's very German-like. I think the Germans had the pretty similar percentage to that.
Panama have tried to play the ball, just not too successfully.
Yeah, I mean, what would you do now if you're Panama? What would you do?
Can you go home? Can you wave the white flag?
Yeah, it's over. Come on now.
We don't need the third game. We got to be. There's someplace we got to be. We're going to take off early. Crosses. Panama 6. None of them accurate. Stop crossing the ball. Try something different.
Have a shot.
Have a shot.
Yeah.
On target.
Yeah. Halfway line. Just go
Ideally,
for it.
yeah.
Yellow cards too. Yeah. So, the one thing I kind of think might happen here is that, unfortunately for Panama, they're going to get frustrated, and I
How could you
reckon
not?
I reckon there's going to be a red card in the match, at least one.
Should we look at some formations here? We'll put these up. We'll put these up on the desk for you if you can see that sort of thing.
Over the AR.
A little AR.
Look at this augmented reality, lads.
Just for
Come
you,
on.
only because it's so early.
Where else would you find this? On Twitch or YouTube? Incredible.
Talk us through England here. Tell us what we're seeing. So we've got Pickford in the back. He's staying. Defense is solid. Maybe somewhere in the midfield, maybe you start thinking about resting one of these players here, bringing someone else in. Maybe you think about up front, Sterling. Maybe you want to sub him. Maybe you want to bring on Rashford. Is that maybe a change you'd like to eventually see?
Yeah, I'd like to see Rashford coming onto the pitch. I'd also like to see Eric Dyer come on instead of Henderson. Henderson has, played very, very well, but I wouldn't mind seeing Eric Dyer in this position just to see, how he does, to give him a bit of experience as well in the World Cup.
Sure.
And just to kind of test him out. One thing that, I think Loftus-Cheek could do, I know he's going down the right or a lot, helping out Trippier.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind him actually going up the centre a little bit more just to help out with the attack, help out with Kane, help out with Rashford if he does come on.
Just to see if he could get a little bit closer towards the goal itself.
Yeah, exactly. I'd also like to see a bit more of Young. Young, I think, if Trippier kind of did the defending duties, Young getting up the wing and then hitting the ball into the box. We all know that.
He still can. He still can do it.
Yeah, we all know that Harry Kane can header the ball. He is one of the best poachers in the game. Give him the ball a little bit more in the air, he can cause a lot of damage. A lot of damage.
Well, just kicking off now the second half, so might be seeing some changes relatively soon.
Jordy Byron, yeah, you can do it in chat. I think the next goal will be from a sub.
Tell us a name.
Or Vardy. Yeah, so one name, Jordy, one name.
Vardy, we're going to go with Vardy. Unless we hear differently, Jordy. Oh, boy.
Oh, great ball.
Oh, no.
Was he offside?
I think it was...
Oh, look, the referee fell over.
That's
Sorry,
right.
I shouldn't laugh.
You absolutely should.
The poor guy. Oh.
That was a clever pass, though.
It was, yeah.
I didn't know if he saw it. But
Yeah.
You know what this game's got written all over it? Breakfast burritos.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Terry's happy. She's awake. I just had to just testing. All right.
Yeah, so I had some sushi last night.
Walk us through that experience.
It was very nice, actually. So I went into the centre of Burbank. And by the way, you cannot smoke in the streets in Burbank or you get a $200 fine.
How do you know that?
Well, apparently that is the case. I mean, I don't smoke, obviously. But for the smokers out there, I couldn't believe it.
We're big on our health. We're very health conscious.
You are, yeah. No, listen, I mean, fair play. But I mean, Talk about like nanny state. I mean, come on, like. Anyway, so I went to kind of like a sushi place, and I got a big, massive kind of platter of different types of fish.
Now, are you a roll guy? Do you kind of play it safe with the little California rolls, or do you get in there with some raw stuff
it
that's
was raw.
That's maybe,
Yeah.
fighting its way down your throat?
Yeah, so like the chef was in front of me. Oh, good save with a
Great
keeper.
save. Oh wow.
That
Sterling
was
took a little knock on that. Ah, he's all right.
You go for Ali, Jordy Byron? Okay.
He's going for Ali. He doesn't want to go with Vardy. Okay.
David, how you doing, buddy? Hope you're well, pal.
Davey. Can Panama score?
I'd like to see them score. I think it's very unlikely, though. Like, I think one of the ways that they will score is via a corner kick or a free kick.
The long balls. I don't think they're happening for him, though.
No, it's just... They're just not good enough, unfortunately. They're just not good enough. I know that did they knock America or the States out of the World Cup? Or did they score a goal that knocked the States out?
They got our spot instead.
Did they?
Yeah.
So this team is representing these parts of the world?
CONCACAF, yeah.
Okay, right. Great representation.
Yeah.
They do very well.
What does that say about U.S., that this is the team that's there in our place? Sad, right?
Do you reckon the US will do a better job than this?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
All I know is last time we were in the World Cup with England, we topped the group, and they got through on that, second place rule. Apparently they let the runner-ups out of the groups now, so England got to advance. That was nice for them.
A bit of skill, nice man. That's it.
That's better. Oh.
Too much, unlucky. What are you guys doing? We're watching the England versus Panama match. It's a World Cup watch-along, David.
We talk, we chat, we do a few laughs, we do a few analytics, see what the stats say, what we missed. Better than watching alone.
Exactly.
Better than watching with some of the commentators out there, too. Some of them.
In fairness, the American commentary, I'm actually surprised. Like, it's okay. It's not that bad.
You were expecting the
I was
worst.
like expecting, like, the guy with the soccer ball just hit it in the end zone and they won the... Yeah, that's what I was kind of expecting.
That was your worst nightmare.
Yeah. And, like, I know you say it, but, like, defense and offense, that's kind of annoying. I'm just going to put it out there. Let's get it all out on the table. Let's
Let us know how you feel.
Yeah, I mean,
it's early, so you can tell the truth here.
Or we'll ask a Sevi type question. So it's quiet. There's a few guests in the room, and we'll go.
Ask a Sevi type question.
So Omar, Germany, England. What's the meaning of life?
You always got to lead into the meaning of life with Germany.
Exactly.
That's a good start. That's a good starting place. All about engagement here.
Exactly.
Who's that warming up on the touchline?
Where am I from? I'm from Ireland, but I'm in LA at the moment.
Mr. LA. Might just stay. I don't know.
I miss Ireland. I miss my potatoes.
Missed them when you're eating those tacos.
Yeah, I did.
Crying your way. No potatoes. So I think they had some tacos that had potatoes. I'm surprised.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't even ask for them.
In fairness, though, like I went in and the girl behind the counter,
Who was very nice.
lovely girl, very friendly.
Tried to talk you through.
Yeah,
all
but
things.
like she gave me around 20 different options. Like if you go into like a restaurant like that in Ireland, it's kind of like, what would you like, beef or chicken? And she went through like 20 different types of chicken that I never even heard of before. And I was just like, just give me the fucking chicken.
Just whatever the one that's dead
Yeah.
and it's been cooked.
And I was nearly going to say, oh, whatever the last one you said, like after going through.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
This is the last
That's
one.
the one I wanted.
Yeah, exactly.
Just not the chicken tartare. Everything else. Everything else will work. Schmitzo Mister says, will this match be bad prep for the next game? That's question 1 of 2.
Okay.
What do you think?
It-
Next game, England, Belgium.
yeah.
What's the meaning of life?
You should get your own kind of like talk show.
I like to pause a little bit before I.
No, that's good. No,
when
it's
I, when
good.
I
Like,
think it, when I think it through.
yeah, some kind of like Christian radio. or
Don't
something like.
think that I can't.
Yeah.
I can't do. But if we take a look here, 8 crosses. But it's always but. But if we take a look here,
I mean, yeah, I give you that.
wait till
one.
wait till I edit that outtakes
outtakes,
reel
oh
together.
God, yeah, that's
all
gonna
the
be fun.
bloopers. Oh, it's so good. Not that I'm clear. There's definitely one where I have.
Do you know
my
what? I
annual
wouldn't mind seeing you actually doing a few of these.
I could do some.
Yeah, I reckon.
One take
So we're
only.
heading into the end zone.
And here we go. I can do it. I can do it.
what was-
One take. I'll do it in one take too. I won't waste the hard drive space.
What was the question again?
Will this match be bad prep for the next game?
How do you mean? I mean, like for England winning by 5 goals to 0, do you reckon that they might be tired going into the next game, or is it more of a?
I'll tell you what. I've played. I still play Sunday League. All that. Never once in the history of my experience with the game have I ever been tired from thrashing a team. You always come away feeling like you know, it almost energizes you to come off the pitch like that. You're not.
Yeah.
It's exhausting if it's, you know, a 1-0 or you lose, you know, or you have to come back. Coming back to win, that's
Yeah.
exhausting. But this is a walk in the park.
One thing I will say is that it's very, very warm where they're playing this match here. It might kind of sap the energy a little bit, but again, these guys are professional athletes.
This lot too looks after themselves. It's not Rooney having a smoke and
Exactly.
out not in Burbank, of course.
But yeah, I mean, like it's, you know, it's England here. They're, you know, model professionals, most of them. You would expect them to be fit for the next game.
I think England need confidence as much as fitness. You know, this is a statement win, 5-0. They got to feel good. They know they can, you know. They eked out the first one against Tunisia. That was a little dodgy, but this is, you know, comprehensive win. Got some of the monkeys off their backs, shown they can do it.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's maybe more important than conserving a little energy.
Exactly. They're kind of like putting out a point here to the rest of the world, I think, as well. Like they're kind of saying here, listen, we're contenders here as well. Because you've seen a lot of the teams. You've seen the likes, I've said it before, I'll say it again, the likes of Argentina, the likes of Germany, the likes of Spain, and the likes of Brazil to a certain point, who have really failed against teams that are really poor. They're really, really poor international sides. So the fact that England are going out here, I know Panama are the second worst team in the competition, but the fact that they're scoring goals, the fact that they're getting Harry Kane up there on the score sheet again, he's now the top goal scorer, the joint top goal scorer in the World Cup. This will scare a lot of teams. But I want to see them play against a better team. I want to see them play against Belgium. I wonder if they're actually going to be changing the formation, changing the lineup against Belgium.
I think, just continuing on this point, I think this win is great in that we kind of agree that the Belgium one will be the litmus test for if they are a legitimate contender or not. But they now have breathing room if they win this to get that wrong.
Yes.
They can get the Belgium game wrong and go, okay, what changes do we need to make for, you know what I mean? They don't have to win that game now. So
what's your take then on kind of momentum then? So that can
I like it. I want it.
I know, but that
Can I have it?
But in terms of like, you know, that winning kind of momentum, that winning kind of mentality, if you win your third game, you're then going into the next round,
Sure.
and you haven't lost a game so far in the tournament.
Yeah, I'd prefer that than losing.
But would you risk that by playing your best team and by not changing things up a little bit, especially against a team like Belgium?
It's, you know, I don't know if what you prioritize really. I think you still need to find out if you're good. So I think you want to put a good showing against Belgium.
Yeah.
Also, maybe, just maybe, you have a little more clarity on your next opponent after.
Exactly. Yeah. Would you rest any of your big players? Would you rest any of the star men?
I wouldn't rest Kane.
You wouldn't?
No.
Okay.
I think he wants the golden boot. You know, now he's got it in his sights. You don't want to take that away from him.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I think I would give Rashford a go. I think he should start against Belgium. I'd also like to see Dele Alli coming back fit again. Although Loftus-Cheek, he is good, and he did very well in the match against Tunisia. He's getting into the game here a little bit, but he's not a player who plays kind of week in, week out for a top caliber Premier League team. And I just feel like that he is the weak link in terms of experience. Now, even though
Who is that?
Loftus-Cheek.
Oh yeah.
Even though the English team is very inexperienced overall, it's a very, very young side.
Here comes the break.
Here we go. Should be a lot quicker.
That was a bit slow.
Yeah.
They had numbers now.
Yeah. It's kind of like they're playing with Panama here, though. they're in.
Toying with them.
Yeah, they're kind of like third gear. They can go into fourth, fifth gear if they wanted to. Here's Vardy now, and Fabian Delph is coming on. Interesting.
Wow. No Dyer. That's kind of strange.
Yeah. Skinred, Danny, how you doing, buddy? How you doing, pal? From the way England are playing, how far do you and your mate think we can go? I missed. I didn't see the goal.
Deflected. Don't tell me it's when the Harry Kane deflected goal. Come on. That's not helping his cause.
I didn't see it.
He didn't even have to petition for that one either.
6-0. Who's onside? Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, my God.
Come on.
Oh, my God. That is, well, listen.
And now that's your golden boot winner.
Yeah, I mean. It's
right there.
That's the kind of, you need that kind of look, though. You do need that kind of look.
What is it about Kane, though, where he always kind of gets that kind of luck, it seems?
I think you need to be in the right positions, and like in fairness, he was in the right position there. He got very, very lucky. But I mean, if you're not in the right position, you're not going to score those kind of goals.
It's tight, very tight.
And he's coming off. How far do you think they'll go? I'm not sure, Jordy. Game by game, but I reckon they have the potential to get to at least the quarterfinals. I think England would be disappointed if they didn't manage to get to at least the quarterfinals. Kane, scored. Crink, did you put Kane down? Did you?
I think we had one or two, maybe.
Yeah. So basically, what we're doing, if you don't already know, we're giving away a jersey, a World Cup jersey of your choice. All you need to do is name the next goal scorer, and if you get it correct, we'll put you into the draw for a World Cup jersey of your choice, and the draw will take place next Thursday. Sensible sub there. Save Kane for the next matches. Yep, it's true, Jack.
He's got his hat trick. Don't leave him on.
Yeah, he doesn't need to be out there. And also, I think Vardy will get his chance to shine as well. Yeah, Crink says Kane. So you're going to be into the draw for the jersey. Max was yesterday. And
did Jordy Byron get it in as well?
I think Jordy Byron got it in as well. So that's two people from yesterday, and then Crink for today. Jordy says Vardy for next goal. Okay.
I think Vardy might score. I think he definitely wants to, right?
Like, I mean, these are the kind of matches that all these players, all these international players want to play because, listen,
It's their chance.
this is their chance to score goals. Like, this is their opportunity. They're not going to be playing against Panama every single week. Have a go. Oh, no.
Ah. You want some internet now?
Ah, I think, is the internet up, is it?
Might be ready to share some with you.
Look at this. Modern technology, Wi-Fi, everyone.
We
have
get it here now.
We have it here in LA. It's unbelievable.
Try that as a password.
Okay, cheers, nice. Oh, go
great
on,
ball.
go on.
Oh,
Oh, unlucky, unlucky.
Not their day, huh?
No,
That was a great through ball.
it was a very, very good through ball.
Pickford's pissed.
In fairness to Pickford, he did very well there. It must be quite difficult for goalkeepers who are on the side, like the winning side as well, if there's no kind of action happening.
There's not a lot of upside. And then when you do get action, if they score one, it's like, great, no clean sheet anymore.
Yeah.
The life and times of being a goalkeeper, though, huh?
Yeah, I'm not 100% convinced by Pickford either. I thought he had an okay season with Everton. I would have picked Jack Butland as my number one.
He definitely faced a lot of shots, Butland.
Yeah. And like, if he didn't get injured, I think he was injured for like a season, I think he would have been a top choice.
You get sorted out, or? I got to power it up for you, too, or?
I think you might actually. Yeah. Look at this. Unbelievable. Get up at 3:30 a.m. Walk in.
At least I didn't
And
lock you
I'm
out.
dealing with a bunch of amateurs here.
I didn't
It's
lock you out
unbelievable.
this time.
Unbelievable.
Maybe tomorrow. It could get worse. Panama looked like they've completely given up. Now it's just
But what do you do though? I mean, like, do you just completely give up, or do you want to go, right, listen, I'm representing my country here.
Yeah.
Let's just go.
Score
for
a
it.
goal. You know what? You could
Just score a goal.
You could still
I mean, come on.
take that memory home.
Yeah.
We scored a goal in the World Cup.
Yeah.
We didn't go and get completely shut out.
Yeah. Can you make yourself useful, please?
Ugh.
Thank you.
More manual labor. All right. That's all I'm good for.
Baloy's coming on, and Ortoya. Never heard of them before in my life. I think a lot of these players play in the South American leagues, don't they?
Must.
Cheers, nice. Looking like Panama have given up completely. They probably just want to go home. Yeah, I kind of feel sorry for them as well.
Wait, don't give up because you got Tunisia next, so you could, you know, you can
You-
still
you-
win a match.
Of course, yeah. Yeah, they need to go into that match and go, listen, let's make our country proud. Danny Rose is coming on. Trippier coming off.
Lineker says that Kane's the first player to score a hat trick and a brace in consecutive World Cup games since '86.
That's impressive.
It's good enough for me. I'll take it. I'll buy it if Gary says it.
In fairness to Lineker, he speaks a lot of sense on Twitter.
Yeah, he's a good follow.
Yeah.
So Rose, Vardy, and did Delph came on, didn't he?
Delph did come on, yeah.
So that's it.
So no Rashford.
It's very surprising.
Because wasn't he supposed to be starting in...
He was.
You remember when they leaked that
Yeah,
photograph?
yeah.
I think it was on the,
He was
the
supposed to
name
be.
sheet, yeah.
Also huge that Dele Alli got some more, wasn't rushed back, right? If he's not fit, that he gets as much time as possible. And now he might get another, few days to
Yeah.
recover.
The thing with Dele Alli is like that. He's such an incredible talent, and he's played very, very well for Spurs. But we haven't really kind of seen him play that well for England so far. He's one of those kind of players that he can change your game. He's very, very kind of creative, and in fairness, he would do a lot better job, I think, than Loftus-Cheek. Ooh.
I mean,
Control there, slowing down.
Loftus-Cheek is a fine player, but Dele Alli's special, right?
Dele Alli is one of a kind of generation type of midfielders, I think. I know like Spurs tend to sign kind of younger players so they can kind of develop. He's
that's
gone.
got to be a yellow.
It's got to be a yellow, yeah.
No, that was pretty
That was
cynical.
blatant, yeah. Ooh. Murillo was kind of going for the Neymar look.
They can't make it 7. Who would have thought after watching Belgium's first 2 games that they could go into the last game in the group stage not being top of their group?
Yeah, I mean, I think Belgium were kind of the slight favourites to top the group. In the box, oh
no, hit it!
Oh,
Oh.
that was close. Unlucky
Endo.
Ederson.
That ball was hanging for eternity, it seemed.
How do you think Henderson has done with Liverpool this year?
I think it was maybe a little better last season, but he's fine. I'm overall the criticism of he's not good enough. He's plenty good enough. He's just not. If they're expecting him to do, you know, what any of our attacking three does, to set the field on fire the way they do, that's not what he does. That's not his game. But I think he's a fine midfielder. He runs a lot. He's very respected.
Yeah.
I think he gets along with most of the players. I think he's a great example for everyone to come in because he's someone who looks after his body, says the right things, avoids controversy, always plays every game hard. I think that is contagious, that type of ethic.
100%. Yeah, I think with Henderson, I don't think he has, like, if I want to be like a little bit harsh, I don't think he has the ability to be one of the best.
He's not Steven Gerrard. He's not Steven Gerrard.
He's not.
So don't try to make him or think of him that way, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I think if you are a Liverpool fan, and you want to see a player, and that's going to really kind of change your game, I don't think Henderson can do that. If I was Jurgen Klopp, I'd be looking to get a better player in that position, because I think there's a few different kind of positions where Liverpool really need to kind of focus on. They need to spend a bit of money on. They're getting in Naby Keita.
Yes, and Fabinho. Whoa.
That was a Pickford, yeah, that's bad. Fabinho, I think, kind of plays that kind of role that Henderson is in. He's kind of like that defensive midfielder. But the thing about Fabinho is that he is creative and he can take a good shot. I also did, while we're on the subject, a Football Manager experiment on
Send out a
Fabinho.
link. Send out a link if you want. Should we just go full with the Football Manager? We can take it full if we want.
Yeah. No, but I mean, I'm looking for Liverpool players to be as good as Gerrard. So you have the money. You got like 70 million pounds from being runners-up, from being losers in the Champions League final. You know, why not spend it? Why not spend the money on a decent player? Get a good defender in, first of all, with Van Dijk.
Yeah, great player.
And then, you know, look for a centre midfielder as well.
Wow, looking at this Liverpool side. Quite good.
Oh no, Panama!
They just can't. It's not happening. It's not happening.
Torres!
They could play for 180 minutes. It's not going to happen today.
The man that sent him to the World Cup with a last gasp equaliser or winner, whatever it was. He missed. Oh man, that was your chance, buddy.
Would you like to know someone who is on the top? So tied for 6th in the Golden Boot race with 2 goals right now is Mr. John Stones.
Wow.
One big day, huh?
I mean, has there ever been a defender who scored a hat-trick in the World Cup?
There must have been. I'd be shocked. Quiz question.
Quiz question.
Someone just find it. The answer, someone just find it for us, please. Just curious.
Dutch, how you doing, buddy?
Touchy.
Dutch is from the Netherlands.
Shocking development.
Look at the kind of information I've given you guys here.
Hard hitting.
I'm like an education to you guys. All the facts. It's like a geography lesson. "76 minutes, 6-0 to England. And my computer does not turn on.
It's overrated, I think.
Yeah.
I think this is the way to go. You staring off, squinting on the side.
Yeah.
Me with all the information at my fingertips, cruising the information superhighway here.
Yeah. It's like living back in 1996. Yeah! Come on!
Ball.
Back in the game. Come on.
Football's coming home.
Football's coming home. Look at the Panamanians.
That's great.
I love that.
That was not an easy finish, too.
That was a nice little finish. Oh, I'm delighted for him.
Someone fell asleep on England, though.
Yeah. Was that Stones, maybe?
He's thinking about his hat trick.
Great ball in. All on side.
Wow.
That's good there. What a finish.
That was not easy.
What a finish. Wow. Let's see that again.
Wow. That was really nice.
Look at that.
Panamaniacs.
Look what it means, though. Look what it means to the people. Is that their first goal in the World Cup?
Did they get one against Belgium, or did that finish 3?
Not sure. Comeback, yeah, exactly. The ultimate comeback, 6-6.
It's on.
They're gonna score 5 goals in 12 minutes.
3-0 is what it finished.
Look at is the guy who scored. I think he's crying. Look at that. Look at that. That's what the World Cup.
That's why you don't give up.
That's what the World Cup is all about.
Crying.
Losing to England by 6-1, and you think you're happy. Wow. I know. Respect to Panama.
– 6-1.
I reckon Danny Rose might be a little bit disappointed the fact that he's not starting a lot of these games. I thought he's done very, very well for Spurs this season again.
Would you have him? You would have him starting?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Oh, here's a quiz question for you. Actually, I just thought of it.
Just making them up now, huh?
I don't even have the internet. This is incredible. So, which team is represented the most in the World Cup? Which club team is represented the most in the World Cup? Great question.
So, obviously the first thing that comes to mind is like a Real Madrid or something like that.
Okay.
But usually it's when one team qualifies and it, like, all of their players play for one whatever the best team in that small league is. That's usually number one.
Okay.
Like like a, not that small, but like a Liga MX or something like that.
Okay. Interesting.
You know what? I might even go with that because I feel like they get some other South Americans. I'm gonna go with Liga MX.
No, but which club? Which club? It like. Is,
Oh yeah, that's right.
Is
I was thinking
represented?
league. No, then that's too spread out. Yeah, usually like in like whatever the best Saudi Arabian club is like you get a lot from there.
Is there Al Ahly or something? I think.
Al Ahly, yeah.
Is that in Saudi Arabia?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what other team. I don't know what club in Panama is.
What is the capital of Panama? There's another quiz question.
It's not Panama City.
It is Panama City. It is actually Panama
Is
City.
it?
I think so. Yeah.
There's a Panama City in Florida,
Is there?
but it's like a spring break destination.
Okay, the
type
Cancun
thing.
kind of.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. Sterling. So
What's the answer?
I'm gonna give you a clue.
Ah.
How do you enter the giveaway? So basically, all you need to do is name the next goal scorer, and if you correctly guess the next goal scorer in this game, we will put you into a draw for a World Cup jersey next Thursday. What am I doing in LA? I'm doing a watch-along show for the World Cup. I think it's an Arabian team.
I think that's a good guess.
We already have a correct answer. Is it Arabian even a word? Yeah, it's the Saudi Arabians, isn't it? Saudi Arabia, yeah.
You can't have Arabian Nights without Arabian being a word, right?
Exactly, yeah. So the correct answer is Manchester City.
Man City, huh?
I think they have 16 or 17 players being represented in the World Cup.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Here's another one. Is it 16?
16?
Right, there you go.
That's pretty impressive.
So here's another one. Which team is represented the most in this England team? Which club team?
Spurs?
Bang on. Bang on.
I mean, it feels like half the team is Tottenham.
I think they have 5 or 6. Danny Rose, Dele Alli, Harry Kane, Trippier,
Dyer.
Dyer.
We're forgetting someone. Maguire.
He plays for Leicester.
Oh, that's right. He's got a Spurs look about him, doesn't he?
He does, yeah.
City with the most, and then Real Madrid, Barcelona.
The game's over, though. There won't be any more goals. But there's already been 7. You've missed 7 opportunities, buddy.
We'll do it next match, too.
Yeah, we're doing it for the Senegal versus Japan match. How are you, Dutch, anyway? Are you well, Paul? Hope you're well, buddy.
Just stay out of trouble. Stay out of the book. That's all you got to do now.
Yeah. Look at this. Look, I mean,
They're still
I
celebrating.
love this.
You guys are
love it.
losing 1-6,
Listen.
and they're celebrating more than the English fans. That's great.
Ireland we're playing against. I know we go back to Ireland the whole time, but listen, it's what I know. Ireland were playing against Spain in the World Cup, in the Euros in 2012. Ireland were losing 3-0,
Yeah,
and all you could hear was the Irish fans singing The Fields of Athenry, which is obviously a classic. It's a classic tune.
it's better when it says Anfield in it, but okay.
Well, I mean, you robbed it on us anyway. But
We improved it. We were influenced by it. We'll give you a producer credit, but we're owning that song.
Anyway, let's move over that. No, but yeah, so the Irish fans were singing for like 20 minutes before, and there was coverage of French TV when Arsene Wenger was doing a bit of commentary for them. He was just like, listen, just let's not talk. Let's just listen to the fans. Number 1 fans in the world. Panama might be a close second, though. Ireland, the best supporters in the world. You know it, Doug. You know it, buddy.
They're brilliant. Every tournament is better when the Irish are in it, for sure. I'd like to see maybe one more goal.
One more goal, yeah.
Look, we got up this early. We got 7. Why not make it 8, huh?
I'd actually like to see Stones get a hat-trick.
That would be great. I would love that.
Look how quick he is.
Wow.
That is speedy. That's Friday, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Never seen a white man run that fast. Oh, that was terrible. You control the ball out of the air, running away from goal, and then you just play that pass.
Could you imagine me and Vardy there, like running like half
For
the length
that,
of the pitch
for that.
for that? I mean, come on, dude.
I can't remember who just played that pass to Vardy, but credit for knowing, oh, that's Vardy. I'll lead him a bit. He'll get there. He'll get there.
Yeah, but apparently it's like 35 degrees where they are now. Like, could you imagine being playing in that temperature though?
Celsius?
Yes,
Fahrenheit? I don't. Kelvin?
Celsius, yeah, Celsius.
That's warm? Yeah.
That's like 100 and that's like 90 or 100, I think.
No.
Yeah. 86. Well,
Come on, 86.
86.
86, I'm still wearing my jacket. That's not even.
Sorry, mister. I get a tan. I can sit out in the sun.
Or as you call it, a sunburn.
Mister, I can sit out in the sun and yeah. How did I actually get sunburned? Like that's
You were in the shade. You were literally in the shade.
That's unbelievable.
Come on, Panama.
Vardy is like the ideal second striker. He is, yeah. He's effective though as well. I think the thing with Vardy is Dutch is that I think if he had played in the World Cup and the World Cup was last year, I reckon he'd be a little bit more effective. He might have lost that yard of pace from the last couple of years.
No. Don't say that.
Dude, when Holland played Mexico, it was like 40 degrees in 2004 World Cup, really. Players should refuse to play. Yeah, I mean, I suppose if it gets that hot, I don't know how anyone can even go outside in that kind of temperature anyway. Vardy's like 30 now. I think he might be 31, 32, possibly. We'll find out now.
31.
31, there you go. Here's a random question for you, just to keep the conversation flowing at 88 minutes. Your favorite movie of all time?
Favorite movie? I have a few I really like, but I have to say probably my favorite is Drive.
Great, yeah, great soundtrack as
Gosling.
well.
Yeah.
Great soundtrack as well.
It had to be, otherwise it'd be a terrible movie.
Yeah, well,
There's
exactly, yeah.
5 words of dialogue, the whole thing,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was minimalist. It did a lot with a little. Like it had old-fashioned, like acting and directing, where it was like looks and glances, and it wasn't just everything was so transparent with dialogue.
It's a certain style of
music. Yeah, that kind of noir,
cinematography,
neo noir.
Yeah.
But very, and it was very LA. It was like a lot of streets where I grew up, and I recognized those places. So
okay, right.
How about you?
So yours was like a pretty legit movie, and mine was Dumb and Dumber. It's just
all time.
Oh man, like I can watch it over and over again and still laugh.
Did you see the like Dumb and Dumber and all that? I couldn't even watch.
Oh, it was bad. Like so, what happened was they brought out another one a couple of years after Dumb and Dumber. It was like Jim Carrey wasn't in it. I think it was called Dumb and Dumberer, which was pathetic. It was really, really bad. And then they brought out the second one, which only was like a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Dumb and Dumber 2, I think it was. And that wasn't great. But I can watch Dumb and Dumber over and over again, and it's probably one of the only movies I can do that. So that's the reason why I gotta listen. It's great. If I want to pick a hipster kind of choice, like Drive, I would probably go for Inglourious Bastards.
Okay.
Brilliant movie.
That's always safe to pick a Tarantino movie, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose it is, yeah. But I mean, listen, we don't get to see a lot of movies in Ireland. We barely have colour TVs.
Come on. Did you guys have, were you guys the ones behind Setanta Sport?
That's right, yeah, that's right.
We had that for about 2 or 3 years.
Did you, yeah?
Yeah.
I think they got bought over by...
It was by Goal TV, which got bought by BN.
I think is it now owned by...
something else.
It's called Premier Sports, I think it might be called now.
We don't get it over here.
Right.
I enjoyed it, though.
Yeah, I mean, it was good for what it was. I mean, the thing with Setanta was it showed like the likes of Gaelic football and hurling, like the two kind of national sports. So a lot of people in Ireland did like it because of that.
Just a couple minutes of extra time left.
And speaking of Heath, how do you see the next World Cup in Qatar? Yeah, man, it's gonna be.
I still think there's a lot to be decided about when it's played, where exactly. I think there's a lot of question marks still.
I hope it's not going to be played in Qatar. They're saying that it might be during the winter. Is that right?
Yeah.
Our winter, but why would you have it there? It makes no sense whatsoever.
You know what makes a lot of sense?
Money.
Cash money.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I almost wouldn't be shocked? US got 2026. I almost wouldn't be shocked if they go, Qatar isn't ready. Maybe maybe the next country is, because I know there's only like 1 or 2 countries that could host the World Cup on such short notice.
Right.
Right? So I almost wouldn't be shocked if it came 4 years early. I wouldn't be totally shocked.
Wow. I mean,
It's FIFA. Anything can happen.
yeah, people were saying Australia.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love if it was in Australia.
Other than the spiders,
Oh, yeah.
be great.
Yeah. Are there any spiders in LA, by the way?
Just they're little but very poisonous. The ones in Australia are usually okay, but they're just massive. They're
Yeah.
like little pet dogs.
Yeah.
These ones here, they got little black widows.
Oh,
You'll be all right. Yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah, no, black widows are fine, aren't they? I mean, they're like, they can't kill you though, can they?
If untreated, I think. But
A man of my size and stature, I don't think they can kill me. No
the sun's already working on that.
Dumb and Dumber classic Dutch. You know it, buddy. You know it.
It is. It is. I'm not knocking that choice. It's funny for someone to say this is their absolute favorite movie.
Did you ever watch The Young Offenders? Yes, I did. It's kind of like
What is that?
It's like a show in Ireland based on two kind of young guys growing up in Cork in a place in Ireland, and it's very well acted, very good script as well. Are you staying until the next? No. So what we'll do is we'll take a break.
About an hour.
For about an hour, and then we'll go straight into the Senegal versus Japan game.
Wait, we take a break. We're going straight into it. Which one?
Straight into after
the break.
After
then
the
we
break.
get straight into
yeah,
it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Just to make it clear.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Tucker and Dale is my fave. Mr. Shotgun, how you doing, buddy?
Final.
England should host instead of Qatar.
Sure.
Be great in England, yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing it there. I would prefer Holland so we can qualify at least. Listen, it was one little mishap, Dutch. The next one you're going to be flying through. It would be good to see it in America. I don't know, man. These Americans. Best British series. Hello, hello. Yeah, that's old school. That's like what, 70s, 80s?
That's it.
That's it. Game over.
England and Belgium are through. Tunisia and Costa Rica.
Panama.
The bottom of the barrel for CONCACAF, who is representing while our best players just wear Mexico jerseys. Good for them though. Hey, they're having a good time.
They're having a good time. I love to see people enjoy themselves. You know.
Since you can't and all, you
exactly. Yeah, I'm here stuck with you guys.
Should we look at a couple stats to close us out before you go get your burrito?
Yeah. Right. What have we got?
Whatever you like.
Let's have a look at maybe possession first of all. Let's start off with the nitty gritty. Yeah, surprising the amount of possession that was in the centre of the park. You'd expect it to be a bit more down in the third. I was going to say the third quarter.
You always do.
This part of the pitch, the right-hand side.
Towards the Panama goal.
Exactly. Only 14%. You'd expect it to be a little bit more. I suppose for possession-wise, 60-40 is kind of what you would expect before the game.
In the first half, about that.
About the same.
20, 66, 30. In the second half, a little less in the England half. I guess that's what the average is going to come out to when you're busy scoring some goals.
But the thing is, like, after they scored like the third or fourth goal, it was nearly like, right, that's it now, we've won the game. And maybe they were kind of, the reason why the possession is so high in the middle of the pitch is because they're just kind of passing the ball around and not kind of really kind of going forward because there's no need.
Nowhere to go. Why?
The game has already been won. Average positions, I mean, I think, again, is there anyone there? Loftus-Cheek, I mean, wow. Loftus-Cheek, right, is supposed to be a central midfielder, but he's gone even further up the right-hand side, helping out Trippier there in the right-back position. You know, you would expect him to kind of stick in a more kind of role, helping out Henderson, but he's getting involved. He's more of like a free role there.
He's auditioning for right wing, maybe.
Well, there you go, exactly. Yeah.
And when the subs came on,
Oh, wow.
Danny Rose obviously playing
Oh, yeah.
pretty far up on the left. Vardy was making some of those runs down the right.
Yeah, I was delighted to see Delph play because I think he got a lot of stick from the media. And a lot of people weren't happy that he was selected in the squad. But I think he's a decent player. You know, Man City bought him, so he must be half
There's
decent.
something there,
There's
yeah.
something there. I think he can change games as well. I think he can get stuck in, and you'd maybe expect him to play in either centre midfield or at left back. So he's versatile like that.
Panama, we saw reactionary to England's attack, and even more so when the subs came on. They were just living in their own half by the end. One great goal, though.
Yeah, it was a great goal by Baloy, I think his name is. But, you know, one goal, one save, one block, 2 misses.
Better than the first half, though, where, let's see, first half alone, where we saw they had 3 from outside the box, and in the second half,
Yeah, I
5 attempts, they started to get closer, you know, in the box, and look, good things happen. You force a save, you score a goal.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, they were never expected to have too many shots on target. They were never expected
Sure.
to kind of, you know, pepper the goal. But when they did, in fairness, when they did get an opportunity, you know, he hit it very, very well. That's like that technique and how he finished that.
Pure.
That was brilliant. Like, that was fantastic.
England in the second half took their foot off the gas maybe a little bit, which
Yeah.
you hard to fault them for.
Yeah, I think the game was already kind of won, as I said. You know, they had a few shots. You know, they missed a few. One was blocked, but there was one goal that came from the 4 attempts. So it's not a bad little ratio.
And you'd have to say over the course of the whole game, a lot of green.
Clinical.
Clinical.
Is the word. A lot of green. You know, the keeper maybe could have saved 1 or 2 of the attempts on goal, or could have done a lot better. But overall, this is what you expect. This is what the bigger teams should be doing against the smaller teams.
Thrashing them.
Absolutely thrashing them.
Attacking zones. Let's see how in the first half we saw it was a lot on the right. It was the Trippier side. In
Yeah.
the second half,
So that's interesting. So they kind of changed it up a little bit, and they brought Young into the game a little bit more on the left-hand side. Again, going through the middle, I think they have an option there. They want to look out for Kane. They want to give the ball to Kane. Kane kind of holds it up and then runs on. But yeah, more so on the left-hand side, more so on Young's side. Yeah.
I would figure if Dele Alli had been playing, you might see a little bit more because he's kind of got that quality where you can play a little more centrally and turn
Absolutely.
either way. So
Yeah.
maybe sort of a result of the personnel selection that they were forced into, more or
Yeah.
less.
Even looking at like Loftus-Cheek, you know, like he wasn't really kind of playing down the centre. He was moving over to the right. Yeah. So I think with Dele Alli, maybe you would expect that from going down the middle.
Second half for Panama, more of the same.
I mean, yeah, like 57% down the left-hand side. You know, did we see much of that down the left-hand side?
A couple dribbles, a couple
Yeah,
runs.
there was nothing major from them throughout the whole of the match.
We don't need to see all England's passes, do we?
I'm surprised now, to be honest with you. I think 366 passes it's not the greatest. Oh, that was for the second half, was it? Okay. What was it overall, actually? What was the overall pass?
Hold your breath.
Here we go. 583. I think that's a bit low. I think if you look at, successful passes, fantastic, yeah. But I mean, in terms of overall passes, you know, when Germany are playing, you know, they have like 750, 800 plus.
So you're looking for some quicker passes.
I'm looking for, you know,
a little
to
more
move
speed.
move the ball around a bit quicker, get the players involved a little bit more, and pass it about. But yeah.
Did they look like they were playing it a bit quicker around the back, a little more direct, so you see some longer, successful passes?
But I suppose, as you said, you know, that's the reason, or that's one of the kind of main kind of features of playing 3 at the back.
Absolutely.
You can get the ball to the defenders and to the wing backs. And then Panama.
That's definitely not enough.
Yeah, that's. But like, if you were like playing in a team that you knew, You knew that you're playing against a team that were much, much better in every aspect of the game. You know, you're not going to be able to put as many successful passes together because you know that they have the ability and you don't.
You kind of have to make your peace with that going into the game. You go, look, we're not going to have the like when you play Barcelona. Look, they're beatable.
Yeah.
As teams have shown they didn't win the Champions League. They've been beaten. But you just have to go in a game going, it's okay that we're not going to have the ball as much. They're going to pass around. We just need to stay focused on what we can control.
Yeah, and if I was Panama, I would have got the ball, keeper, and then the keeper would have booted the ball up as far into the box area.
And Robbie Keane scores.
And Robbie Keane scores.
There you
In fairness to Robbie Keane, I think he's like 37, 38. He probably got his game for Panama today. They were that bad.
Anything else you want to see here?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I just want to see Japan and
Senegal. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think that's about it for us. We're going to take a quick break. There'll be a new stream in about 1 hour for Japan and Senegal to see who comes out of that leading that group unbelievably.
It's going to be a great game. Really looking forward to see how Senegal play. I reckon they're going to do the business on Japan today.
Absolutely. So remember to subscribe, send us some love, some hate, any sort of comments. We love all that stuff. Jersey giveaways going to continue to get an entry in there, so stay tuned for that. And thanks for watching. Remember, if you're seeing this, you are the convention.